So we went to Gianthold today, and we really want to find some of these new encounters, because there was a patch recently, and they updated Gianthold, and they updated it to epic level, and we're still not that epic yet. These are all very new characters and not very strong, but they're still over leveled to this area, so we won't have a big problem with this next one. And I really think it's a cool addition to Gianthold, because this is not a part of the old outdoor area, so it doesn't count as a rare encounter, which is something that gets you XP. But you can still get some extra loot, like killing this dragon. And as you see, the two giants help out. Pretty freaked out. And the dragon has some cool attacks, but we down it pretty easily. And we even have our Paladin is just buffing himself, like ready for a long battle, because we haven't met this dragon before, so we thought it might be a bigger challenge than it actually was. So this purple place is filled with a lot of remnants of giants and dragons fighting, and they brought a lot of the dragons to the area that you can fight now. And I'm playing with two of my friends. We have Maagemanden is a Paladin, and we have Smedinde is the Cleric there, and I have a Ranger. And it's not the strongest characters, but they are a little bit over leveled for this place, so we get around quite quickly. So we can own up this place, and in a moment you'll see one of the death spells that the Cleric has. Just kill this ogre. We bring, I think, 2 mercenaries with us, but you can fill up the team with NPCs. But they're not a really good replacement for humans. They tend to just be a bit slow, and when you really need them, they won't be there, like any machine. It's just not trustworthy. But sometimes you're lucky, and your sorcerer will just cast the disco ball here at the right moment. Since these trolls are quite dumb, they fall for the glowing disco ball here, and we can just kill him. People usually just bring a Cleric, because they can heal you, and they will usually, if you get below half-life or something, they have a trigger. And they can also recharge your mana, so they're quite useful in a lot of situations. And it makes it possible for 3 people to just solo all this content, even with the quest on Elite. And this little bit is just where you have to go through the lava to get a little key. And you just need some fire protection and you'll be fine. So most of this content we're doing here is new for us. And I know that the people who play DDO, a lot of them are just grinding this content, because they want to get to the higher level stuff. But it's new for us still. We used to play back when the level cap was 16, I think. Maybe it was 14. But we never really made it to Gianthold. And this is the first time. So these tunes that you see here are kind of virgin tunes. Because people in DDO, a lot of people expect you to be an expert at every quest. So it's nice to just be 3 guys that can play together. We can take all the quests at the pace we want, and we don't even need full team of NPCs. Like you can see here, we have a single Cleric helping us out, and our own Cleric can just focus on the DPS. It's really nice starting out to play again, because in this game, what's best about it is just the people. I know I just said that we like to play just the 3 of us, and that's also nice. But when you do join a group, it's usually some 50-year-old or 30-year-old or some really old guy that's just really nice. And maybe he'll give you some gold if you treat him good. Maybe he'll give you some portable hole. Like we had a character we met at level 7, and he was just real nice. He was a German, and it seemed like he was more into getting our characters up in level than his own. Because he maybe had 10 characters, I don't know. But he had a lot of resources. He was like I don't know, he was like the richest man in the world in this game. And he would just help us out. And a lot of people are like that in this game. And it's really nice. But it's a good point that you can actually play by yourself. Because a lot of the content you don't want to play with veterans. Because they're just gonna charge through it. And they have their ways of doing the quest in the most efficient way. And maybe you don't get to experience all of it. So this situation was quite tricky, because our cleric wanted to cast a spell on the tank so he could hit the mobs. You see they have this blurry thing around them. And it makes you actually miss like half of the shots you take. So he was trying to make that buff, and then he got killed, and the mercenary just wasn't sufficient. This is one of the situations. You can just see he's standing there. Maybe he was stunned at one point, but now he's just haven't got the will to cast the raise that spell. So we take the chest, and we finally get to the boss after a long quest. This one is a long one. You have to go from a hub to different parts of the area the quest is in, and you have to destroy like 3 red crystals. And we finally made it to the boss, and I was feeling good. And this is what happened.
A skeletal warlock. This must be the source of the Madstone spell.
And of course the Dungeon Master explaining that this is the epic boss. And I'm just standing there dead. And if you see now, the mercenary cleric is also dead. So our cleric gets him up. And the tank is almost falling. And then he goes to my soulstone because he thinks I'm down there. But he finally gets me up. And this is the main warlock of this place. And you really feel satisfied after killing this one, because it's a lot of XP. And it can go really badly. If the ball just takes a wrong turn, everybody can die, basically. So I guess we should be spreading out, but you can tell, you can look at this party. It's a confident party.
The warlock that was casting the Madstone spell is no more. But why was it here in the first place? Perhaps Blaze and his seers have answers.
So we got the end chest, and I found an awesome ring. And yeah, this was the milk. And see you later.